We're still good.
All systems green.
Ah, you acquired the components?
Yes. I'm looking forward to seeing what you and Gil put together.
He's very gifted. When we succeed, more of your people can experience our stories as they are meant to be enjoyed. Goda Tavetara, the Lulia Reborn trilogy. I'm weeping a bit already. So? So? Isn't this the best time to be alive? Yeah, I've decided it is.
Or the best time to be awake, as the case may be.
No, awake and alive. Because if you weren't here, you'd be dead. Best time to be alive.
Yeah. Though I don't know how we top this feeling. For now, maybe we don't have to. Do you have a mate? A partner?
I don't. Not for a long time.
Not for a long time.
I fell in love with a girl once. Aliyah. We were young. I was young. It was my first vassal on Aya. We worked on the same farm. She was a little older. A researcher. I can still hear her laugh and see her eyes. She kissed me and I was hers. Thrilled and seduced.
But it didn't work out?
My older brother came to Aya. He was already famous in the Resistance.
Where's Aliyah now? Did she and your brother work out?
They came back to Haval, and she joined our family. She became one of the mothers.
You have to see her every day?
No. They were taken by the Ket. Their children survived.
Well, enough about that. Can I ask you a few more questions?
Of course. If I can answer them, I will.
Did you always want to be a fighter? Did you study anything particular in school?
No. I don't like to talk about it. But I'm not a fighter. Not really. The Ket occupation creates chaos. So our education is chaotic. I'm not really anything. But that's an excuse. The truth is, I don't know what I want. Yet. For my life. At my age. I hope being here will inspire me.
Can you tell me about your family? Assuming you have one.
Sit down. This will take time. Is someone bringing us snacks and drinks?
Whoa, your family's that big?
I have one true mother, Sahuna, and more than 5 additional mothers, and many, many, many siblings, and cousins, all raised together. Our families constantly change and evolve. Relationships come and they go. My father is gone, taken, or killed by the Ket. We never found his body.
I'm sorry about that, Jarl. I understand. I just lost my dad.
Something in common between aliens, then. We are fatherless, yet we fight on. Anything else you want to ask?
Do Angara plan their futures? Do you dream about what you want to accomplish?
You put plan and dream in the same question.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. You meant to do that. Angara thirst for now. We don't strive to make the future better. We strive because the present is lacking.
Well, enough about that. I'll see you later, Jarl.
Stay strong and clear.
Entering atmosphere. LZ in sight.
I think we should head to the vault. Do some poking around there.
Have you sent the update to our people on Aya?
We might break it again.
Maybe we can get the Moshai to help. She wouldn't break it.
Transports available. Emergency support from cat attacks. All of them. What?
Is everything all right? You seem distressed.
Would you like a reward for that astute observation? You're that alien visitor that came to Aya asking about our vault.
You've heard of me.
Who hasn't? When strange new species turn up, reports spread fast. After the Ket, you can't be too careful. Luge Anson, historian with the Repository of History, Aya. Listen, if there's nothing you need, could you go away? I'm busy trying to get transport off this cursed planet.
Why did you come here from Aya?
Kieran's team found some remnant relics while digging around the old ruins. I was sent to collect them for the repository. It shouldn't have taken more than a day. But things never go according to schedule, do they?
You don't seem to like Havarl very much.
Havarl's other regions suit me just fine. But here... oh no. I don't do well in this fierce wilderness. You think these shelters keep you safe? They don't. Woke up this morning and found a thorny vine wormed its way into my bunk. I'm stranded here because a branch pierced my shuttle's power core.
You mentioned Remnant ruins. Are there lots of Remnant here?
Yes. If you've been out in the jungle, you might have seen some of it. We think the ruins were part of a vast Remnant complex. We've seen evidence of hallways that wound through the area, both above and below the ground. Generations ago, our people took shelter in what we found here. That's how Palev was established.
Were there no hostile Remnant machines?
None, according to the histories. We found artifacts, of course. Bits of things that we could study. But they say it was like moving into an empty home.
I won't bother you further.
Very well. Watch out for plants while you're out there. Vicious things.
My cuttings to Kieran Dolls. No mutations, no fungus, all fine signs.
The reports didn't do this world justice. It's ethereal.
Director Addison, I imagine you have concerns that we haven't placed a full outpost?
Frankly, it's impressive you weren't covered in vines on landing. Given the planet's significance to the Angara, it's appropriate that we assist, but not place an outpost. And the stability you brought? I received a thank you from Aya. That may be the first time I've heard those words in Andromeda.
After the Ket and what they've seen of the Exiles, we had to be at our best.
We've had precious few examples of that. Pathfinder might be getting close. This is the last one, Pathfinder. The last golden failure we thought we'd lost. You did it. Although it's probably not enough to draw out one of Dr. Kennedy's trackers, you'll have to look in outpost systems elsewhere. I still need your voice. Something they can think about instead of an outpost flag.
We're still here, still doing important work.
Then tell them that.
We're not just here to survive, to scramble for resources. We came to research and explore. Havarl is made for that. And everything we learn about it helps not just us, but the Angara as well.
Into the books, Pathfinder. Addison out.
Ah, you'll be the Pathfinder then. Dr. McIntyre from the Nexus.
Ryder, welcome to Havarl.
She'll be more welcoming now that you put the vault back on track. The Angara invited us to monitor plant growth and study ruins out in the jungle. It's the chance of a lifetime.
Be careful around those monoliths. There might be more stasis fields. We think they only affect Angara, but who knows?
Oh, we know. Make no mistake. I have a check-in system ready. Whether young Farley remembers it when he's chasing butterflies is another matter.
What does your team do here?
Zera is our botanist. She'll be minding the plants and designing an artificial habitat for them. She also happens to be an engineer. Sorry, one profession's never enough. Then there's young Farley. He's here for the insects.
And you?
I'm the xenoanthropologist. A fancy word for talking to the Angara about those ruins. And listening.
I imagine you've spoken to Kieran Dolls already?
She's the one who invited us, aye. Fussed over us something terrible. But she's a fine lady, and hopefully a good colleague down the road. I plan to listen to her.
You know how Tavos found the monolith, right? Reincarnated memories?
Aye, I heard. One for the textbooks.
You believe him? But you're a scientist.
Asari share thoughts and memories. Prothean tech speaks in visions. Those are scientific facts. There's more to people than what can go under a microscope, lad.
Good luck, McIntyre.
Safe journeys, Ryder.
Cluster analysis alone can't tell us anything useful. Our sample set is much too narrow. Pathfinder Ryder, Dr. Tsana Relar, xenobotanist for the Initiative, and my colleague, Dr. Eric Baumgarten.
Xenogenetics. Pleasure to meet you.
No offense, but you probably shouldn't be out here alone.
I'm not alone. I'm with her. She's quite fierce.
Your report of accelerated evolution and rapid growth of nature here caught our interest.
We're analyzing everything we can for clues to replicate the effects on our own crops.
It would have interesting applications, if there's a way to control the process.
You understand the end goal.
If we learn to enhance the growth of plants and animals in non-destructive ways, we could end hunger. It would change everything for the Initiative. Our colonies could thrive virtually overnight.
Since you repaired the vault, things are returning to normal, but too quickly for us.
The accelerated life forms you want to study are dying off, decaying.
We're scrambling to scan and catalog everything before it's gone. We could use some help.
Point me to life forms you need. I'll do the rest.
Anything mutated beyond its baseline growth cycle will aid our work.
I'll provide the most promising genetic markers to scan for.
Thank you for whatever help you can provide, Pathfinder. Rendezvous here when you're finished.
Welcome. New supplies, fresh from the Nexus, and a few from my secret partners. Plan to build the first Angara Nexus trading company. Lone Star Enterprises. Gotta remember where I started, you know. Hey, you want to be an early investor?
What do I get for investing?
Today, great supplies. Tomorrow, who knows?
Pathfinder, the life forms in this area display accelerated growth markers. The initiative researchers might benefit from scans of the mutated wildlife nearby.
There must be dozens of these scattered around Avarl. We should pick up as many as we can find.
If those floaty remnant bots try to push us off the edge, I'll be mad.
Hostiles ahead! Let's do this. Angara carried more than weapons. They had research tech, data pads. Let's find out why. The Rokar were studying mutant wildlife too. They want to use it against us. The datapad mentions a camp.
Updating known data. Mission parameters changing.
Nice work. Sam, what do you get from this?
Analyzing. The Rokar took special interest in mutations that would poison a natural environment.
Turn life into death for anyone living there. Like us.
What are your instructions for this data, Pathfinder?
Download a copy, then erase the Rokar computer.
Acknowledged. Copying complete. Erasure of Rokar files complete.
Let's wrap things up and get back to our researchers.
What have you brought us, Pathfinder?
I got jumped by Rokar. They were researching harmful mutations, hoping to use them against us.
I hope you put an end to their work.
Do you have any of their data? May we see it?
I copied the files before I erased the Rokar computer. I'll transmit everything.
If nothing else, it may help us defend against future attacks.
I scanned all the mutated wildlife I could find. I hope it helps your research.
We're going to be overwhelmingly busy, aren't we?
Thank you for everything, Pathfinder. We'll get to work.
Leaving a Varl. Bridge is yours, Pathfinder. Welcome back.
I hear Liam's planning to show some vids.
If our duties ever give us time.
Explains why Drac and PB are distilling something unsavory. Screw up the measurements and bathtub hooch can leave you blind, or worse. We can do better.
Better how?
An Asari liquor called Acantha. They used to run these wonderful black and white ads. There might be a bottle on the Nexus. It wouldn't be too expensive, I'm sure. Let me know if you find it.
I'll let you get back to it.
I'll be here if you need me.
there's a new task because we hit 100% viability?
It is a significant milestone, Pathfinder. Preparations have been made for some time.
I need to know if there's another expectation because of this.
Updating objectives. You have a high priority destination.
At Habitat 7, what's going on?
I have been instructed to not reveal mission parameters. Don't be late, Pathfinder.
Pathfinder, sorry if things got strange last time we talked. You're the first person I told about all that. It, felt really good.
Anything I can do for my team, Liam.
Stuff like that goes above and beyond Pathfinder. At least I hope so. Anyway, made me think we should do more just out and about. Off-ship, like the market on Aya. I've got some contacts and some things I'd like your eyes on. But mostly, it's stay out. Something familiar. Turns out I need that.
Need something? I can stop what I'm doing.
I'll see you later, Jarl.
Stay strong and clear.
Can I help you with anything?
Or is it evening?
Did you hear? The Lucinia is back. My sisters are safe.
Ryder.
You have AVP outstanding, Pathfinder.
One bottle of Acantha. Barely opened.
It's medicinal, you understand. Cuts down hangovers, which will save PB and Drax some grief.
Of course.
Thank you, Ryder. Would you ask Liam when we're doing this? I've got a couple of things to finish up.
I'll let you get back to it.
I'll be here if you need me.
I say, let's enjoy a few movies. And everyone else says, no, let's have an extravaganza with all the trimmings.
You're complaining?
No. Well, maybe, because now I need to do it all justice. You got me a decent library, but I heard someone has a director's cut of Last of the Legion. The banned version. Remastered, no crappy extras added for the Hannah.
And you want me to look for it?
It'd be the gold-dusted cherry on your sundae. In the meantime, I'll get things set. We're more than ready for a night in.
Now orbiting Gadara.
How's it going?
Need something?
Thanks for your time.
Back to work.
I've located a suitable site for an HNS receiver, Pathfinder. Nav point is set.
Met your sister on the Nexus. She's really...
Chatty, bouncy, irritating.
Yeah. I don't know anyone like that. She said you raised her?
Well, I tried. She was a handful.
What was it? Just couldn't wait to be a mom?
Excuse me?
Never mind.
That's one receiver placed. People here should get the latest from the Nexus now.
All systems green.
You have AVP outstanding, Pathfinder.
Last of the Legion. This is what you wanted, right?
Wait, you actually found it? That version's practically a myth. I'll tell everyone to grab food. Jarl and Gil said they can rig something up in your quarters. If you need a minute to clean up, no problem. Just hit the console when you're good to go.
They need you, Jorax. I know you left the Legion.
I never left the Legion. It left me. But I know my duty.
Alright folks, we can sit through a training montage with what many critics describe as excessive Turian flexing.
No such thing.
There really is.
Or we could fast forward to a ship crashing into an asteroid crashing into a moon.
Fast forward to the crash. Ah, montage. Don't cut bits out.
I'd go for the crash.
Forwarding to the action scene, going once, going twice.
Skip to the good stuff, Liam.
Boo!
But it's vacuum. The ship explosion would be silent.
I hope that's not the voice of experience talking.
Guess they wanted their money's worth. They actually blew up a derelict for that shot.
Too bad the script wasn't caught in the blast.
My strike team will hit the enemy cruiser, General. Force is the only thing fanatics understand.
Why a strike team? Torpedo the cruiser!
That's overkill. Get one engineer aboard, cut life support and engines, problem solved.
And leave them stuck on a hostile ship? One torpedo, over by lunch.
I think a charm offensive might be more rewarding.
Yes.
Classic irresistible hero. Pretend to be captured.
Beat up armor, enticing stars, soulful eyes.
Yeah. The old dinner and drinks to show off my villainy. They get cozy.
And then strike! Or not. Why spoil the evening?
Speaking of, time for another round. Anyone for a Baron's Jaw? Or a euphemistically delicious?
Wait, lesson.
Rabbits.
Ugh, he was a sidekick. They die like goldfish.
No acting like overacting. Even Ryder could do better.
If I wanted to.
This I have to see.
Come on, show us. I'll be dead for you.
Okay. It isn't fair. He was so young and Solarian. He had so much to give.
Ryder, I can't feel my gallbladder.
Do you even have a gallbladder?
Oh no, it's worse than I thought.
No. Damn you! Damn you all!
Let's stick with the overacting Turian.
I swear to love you 1,000 times, 1,000 stars.
Oh, Jorax. So many years lost. We were so foolish. Our hearts are one. No enemy fleet, no sea of stars can ever separate us again.
How's it going?
I should get back to things.
Sounds good.
Disguises. People dumped in the desert. So much for an optimistic new start. I hope this Salem character isn't trying for some triple cross.
Me too.
Say the word and I'll land the ship on him. Anything else in the meantime?
Tell me something else about the ship.
Her engine's based on the Ark's Odyssey drive, which got us through dark space. The core takes the static electricity it generates and stores it in capacitors. We basically make our own power supply. It took Serena and Tion weeks to get it working on a smaller ship. And a few electrical shocks.
I'll let you concentrate.
You know where I'll be.
Now orbiting Gadara.
So, back at Habitat 7. What am I supposed to see? And what's it got to do with 100% viability?
I'm getting initiative signals, magnetosphere charges, and atmosphere probes.
The vault here remains non-functional, but with 100% viability to invest, we've begun terraforming this world with initiative technology.
The good old-fashioned hard way. It'll eventually be a home too, thanks to you.
My father would like that.
There is one more item, Pathfinder. Opening channels to the Nexus, Meridian, Prodromos, Detail, Tevuni, New Tachanka, and Initiative allies. By unanimous vote, this world is to be renamed. Habitat 7 is now listed astronomically as Rider 1. Your world, Pathfinder. Their future.
Now orbiting Gadara.
Not talking to you.
Let's do this!
Damn, that sky is something else.
Nice work.
There you are. Did you investigate those leads?
I learned you're a Ket collaborator and a murderer.
Who's one victim short? Oh, it's true. Old spies really do live forever. This old spy would punch you if he wasn't carrying evidence in his chest. I tried to give you a decent burial, Major. There was no time to convince you of our cause.
Save it, Aden. You betrayed your people. You'll never see daylight again.
My people agreed to this. Several of us woke early, prepped the Ark, and then we found the Ket, an unstoppable enemy. So we made a pact. Sacrifice our Ark to the Ket and learn their secrets, so one day we could destroy them along with their exaltation.
Hey, I know how not to get exalted. Get ourselves exalted, you idiot.
Listen, without the Archon, it's only a matter of time before the Ket Empire truly invades Helios. The secrets we learn could stop our extinction before it begins. Give us our freedom, and they're yours. Don't let this go to waste.
What exactly are you offering?
The intricacies of the Ket Empire. Vassals, potential weak points, exaltation secrets. Which we can't confirm. And you could have pulled out of your cloaca. We had to sacrifice civilians for this, Major. Will you let that be for nothing?
Put this traitor where he belongs, Major.
Let the other Solarians take a swing at him first.
Arrest me, and you'll never find the others. I've got nothing but time to look. I'm retired, remember? I owe you big for this rider. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need a militia pickup, the doctor, and the biggest drink on the Nexus.
Holy shit.
Corpses. Of course. Couldn't be tech or something useful.
Each was killed by a single blast to the back of the head.
So they were executed. No surprise there.
Shit. I am running with the wrong crew.
Hey!
Joking, but seriously, that's an impressive amount of merch.
These supplies belong to the Nexus. We should return them.
Yes, Pathfinder. I'll ping Suvi with a reminder.
Didn't peg the collective as gardeners.
Caution. This plant is highly noxious, Pathfinder.
Damn. I was hoping for Helios' version of tulips.
The collective most likely used it to make poison.
Sam, what's inside the cages?
Judging from the scratching, Ardy.
Sam, what were they doing with the Adhi?
It appears the collective are attempting to domesticate the creatures.
And how's that going?
Aggression levels are lower than what we've seen in the wild, but I wouldn't recommend opening the cage.
Now?
Yeah. See, I had an older sister. 500 years older. By the time I was self-aware, she was already a matriarch. In other words, I had two mothers, and they tag-teamed, trying to raise me right.
Well, Sid and I had no parents, and someone had to be responsible.
I get it. That's why I...
Remy made it back safe. I've promised to take care of her protection fees for the next few months.
Next time, double check before you kick someone out of their home.
I will. Don't worry. Thanks for finding her. I owe you.
Saw a few places like this in my commando days. Trading posts and the terminus systems. Good places for fugitives to hide, or try to.
But not from Asari commandos, huh?
Let's just say hiding with an arms merchant isn't as smart as you'd think. Especially when one of the commandos hunting you is that merchant's little sister.
Still can't believe it. Reyes Vidal.
Watch yourself around here. Good. Sure you don't want anything?
Oh, is there fruit anywhere down there?
There's... No. That's a box of grenades.
Wait, where's Tara? Perhaps I'll wait until the next time we go to Aya.
Vitals are negative, Pathfinder.
Dead for 3 days. Fits the timeline. Better tell the sister.
You're back.
I found a body trapped beneath the pipes. I think it might be Morga.
I told her not to work alone.
I wish I had better news.
It's better than not knowing. Thank you.
So, is everything supposed to change with Sloan unchallenged?
Stability was the goal. And allies.
Well, I have a bar full of allies. As long as I'm buying. Sounds like diplomacy to me.
What can I get you?
Actually, I'm okay.
Whatever.
We'll leave it, right?
Buy the Krogan a drink. Buy him 12.
What's on your mind?
So Reyes was the charlatan.
I don't like anyone I can't trust, but he seemed to be doing some good. Kind of a shame.
Don't have too much fun.
It's early.
Yeah?
Have your people tracked down Reyes?
Not yet. Bastard's playing hide and seek, but we'll get him. Once Kytus is recovered, he'll lead the search, personally.
I'll let you get back to it.
Good. Hey, Ryder. Ryder.
Ryder.
Now orbiting Gadara. We're on course.
Pathfinder, this area can be mined for resources. You can extract minerals via your mining interface.
PB, quid pro quo.
Yeah, sure. You're sorry for jumping down my throat when I apologize for jumping down your throat. All good.
The truth is, I really like you.
Surprising, right? I have to say, I like you too. You're cool. I mean, for an uptight, overbearing older sister. Kidding.
How long have we been driving around? Feels like hours. You sure you're going the right way?
Well, there aren't any signs.
Oh, shit.
Stasis pods from Ark Natanus.
Are any of them alive?
It's difficult to obtain a clear reading on all pods at once. We should investigate. No life forms detected. Reading negative. Subject is too old. Turian, but not their Pathfinder. No match.
Help me get it open.
Pathfinder, the body has no vitals.
Sam, check the pod's history.
According to the final log, this stasis pod was jettisoned from Ark Natanus.
Maybe when it hit the Scourge.
The timeline doesn't match. This pod was ejected long after Natanus was reported missing.
These stasis pods were dumped for a reason.
Pick one. Andromeda's nothing but dangerous.
We should update Avitus. He'll want to know what we found.
So why did you come here?
Short answer? Never been before.
That's it?
Yeah, why not?
Undocumented mineral nearby, Pathfinder.
Got them all.
He's back! Remnant Abyssal!
We've got targets!
Shields are up! I'll take their fire!
Coming through!
Giving it everything I got. You're not a Turian citizen, are you? I just realized you weren't on the Natanis, and you don't act like them.
You're right. I'm not a citizen. I was taken from Palaven real young. Didn't even get to boot camp. A real Turian might look down at me. And so, you know, I'm using my mother as the example of real Turian. I don't remember much about Palaven, but I remember her. She always looked like she was shitting a tank.
Ew.
Got them all.
Hey, have you tried any Angaran cuisine? Fire-roasted spider beetle is the best thing.
Wouldn't touch that even if I could digest it.
Well, no one from the Milky Way can really digest it, but trust me, the consequences are so worth it. Also, the roasting doesn't actually kill the beetle, it just makes it angry enough to spit. Literally. A meat that makes its own gravy. It was amazing.
And somehow I want to eat this less than when you first started talking about it.
I've located a suitable site for an HNS receiver, Pathfinder. Nav point is set. Pathfinder, this area can be mined for resources. You can extract minerals via your mining interface.
Another news receiver down.
Phoebe, what's your full name again?
Peanut butter? My full name is Peanut Butter. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Another eidetic trigger, Sam?
One of your father's memories is now accessible. Return to Sam Node on the Hyperion to investigate further.
Enemies!
My sensors read an Andromeda plant sample nearby. Father's memories is now accessible. Return to Sam Node on the Hyperion to investigate further. You've gathered sufficient samples for Dr. Camden to continue his work, forwarding the results.
Good. Now he can keep up with his gardening.
Botany.
Same thing.
Pathfinder, this area can be mined for resources. You can extract minerals via your mining interface.
That thing's remnant for sure.
Pathfinder, this area can be mined for resources. You can extract minerals via your mining interface.
Baby, you okay? You were making a face.
Don't tell anyone, but I'm still finding sand from Eos in my pants.
Pathfinder, someone is attempting to access your comm unit. Should I patch it through?
Watch out, Crater!
Go ahead.
Hello, you're a Pathfinder, right? I recognize your receiver ID. I need help. I'm in the sinkhole. It's the one with... I'm sure you'll figure it out. I hope we're not stuck.
There'll be scavengers ahead. The sun didn't get them first.
Oh, good.
You heard me. I was starting to think I'd have to walk back to that rundown shack they call a landing zone.
What are you doing out here?
I'm a scientist from the Nexus. I've been surveying Eladin's geography for several weeks now. And now I'm stranded on this hellhole.
Tell me what I can do to help you.
Glad you asked. A few days ago, my shuttle overheated and died. Then I ran out of water. After 2 days without a drop, I got desperate. Ended up trading a part from my ship to some scavengers. Once the delirium subsided, I realized my mistake. Turns out I sold them my thruster, which you need to fly.
The Tempest can get you back to the Nexus in no time.
And leave my ship here to be picked apart. If I leave, that shuttle needs to come with me. I figure since you're a Pathfinder, maybe you can talk to the scavengers. Get that part back.
I'll have that thruster for you in no time.
Helpful and efficient. I like that. I'll give you the nav point for their camp. Be ready. They're a prickly bunch.
Are you studying the sinkholes here?
I'm trying to figure out what causes them.
Any luck?
My scans show a high concentration of calcium carbonate deep below us, high enough to create pockets of brittle rock. These pockets break down and collapse, and it causes a chain reaction all the way to the surface. Incidentally, that would also account for all this sand.
Have you learned anything useful about Eladin?
That depends on what you consider useful.
Try me.
Well, I assume you know Eladin receives constant sunlight. There is no nighttime. But I've found evidence of a rare temperature dip, which means the planet experiences an occasional eclipse. Can you imagine? Constant blazing sun for years, then a week of night. It must be jarring.
Good luck out here.
Pathfinder, this area can be mined for resources. You can extract minerals via your mining interface.
Eyes peeled, everyone.
Don't worry, I'm not blinking. If there's something to see, I'm gonna see it. You'll see.
Maybe look with your eyes, not your mouth, huh?
Where is everyone?
Pathfinder, I detect movement. Someone is behind that door.
I can be friendly.
let's talk this out.
You want to tell me why you were sneaking around in there?
You saw the camp. When Axius comes, the only thing to do is hide.
Who?
You haven't heard of him? Axius leads the meanest gang on Eladin. They run raids on other scavenger camps, never leave anyone alive. Last night, they picked our camp. I was lucky enough to find a hiding place. Been in there ever since.
Your gang bought a thruster from a scientist recently. I want it back.
That piece of junk didn't even fit our ship. Axius must have taken it. He took everything. You can try getting it back from him if you have a death wish. I'll even give you the nav point.
You going to be okay by yourself?
This happens all the time. I'll find a new gang. Oh, one more thing. If you see Axius, shoot first. He's not a talker.
Analysis of alcohol content reveals it was brewed here on Eladin.
Made here? Out of what?
It's probably safer if you don't know, Pathfinder.
The scavengers set up camp out here. How do they survive the heat? Got them all.
I think we're done.
Volatile canister nearby, Pathfinder.
What do we have here?
Pathfinder, we're approaching a scavenger site. I advise caution.
Tough one. I like it.
This appears to be the thrust catalyzer from Nora's ship.
Finally. Let's get it back to her.
Feel about Sam being in on everything we say and do.
You do know Sam's listening right now, right?
Ugh.
Pathfinder, this area can be mined for resources. You can extract minerals via your mining interface. Pathfinder, I detect a dip in temperature ahead. The scavengers have set a dune camp.
Yes?
I got your ship's thruster back. Well, catalyzer. Same thing.
Seriously? I wasn't sure you'd pull it off.
Your work helps the colonization efforts. Least I could do.
Glad somebody appreciates me. Well, I'll install this and be on my way. I've got a lot of planet to cover.
Be careful out there.
Right. I hadn't thought of that. Thanks for the rescue, Pathfinder.
Hey, look! Datapad.
Isabel's mentioned in this.
Updating your interface with the nav point.
We almost have her.
Won't let anyone else drive this thing, right? What? You've driven this thing? Who else? Is it everyone else? Oh, never mind.
An undocumented mineral has been detected, Pathfinder. A Scourge site is nearby, Pathfinder. Remnant activity may be unstable.
Ooh, look! Remnant data cache.
Pathfinder, you may want to try scanning.
You get an update from that, Sam?
Yes, Pathfinder. I've narrowed the data to Eladin, but can't get a clear reading.
We've got targets!
Pathfinder, this area can be mined for resources.
Can't believe Morta had a change of heart. Should have known Morta would take over.
Just stick around. See how it plays out here. Out there.
No promises.
We ought to check it out, actually. We can get in on the action.
I'd rather stay here, thanks.
You call yourself Krogan?
Drac told me you'd be heading over. I tracked the stolen transport to one of Elodin's moons. You need to take your ship. Nothing we've got has stealth.
How did they steal the transport?
I had the security system off while I was transferring a new sample and, well, they snuck in from the far side. Morda thinks Vorn took transport for a sample run. I didn't tell her otherwise.
If she ever finds out.
I know. Thank you so much for helping me.
Let's go.
My coordinates should drop you just close enough to sneak in.
What are we walking into?
A group of Nexus exiles. They're hiding out in an old complex up there.
Nexus exiles. Drac will love that. Keep our visit a surprise as long as possible.
Until we shoot them all. Right, Ryder?
Yes, Drac. Until we shoot them all.
This place is a dump.
Pirates I know back in the Milky Way would be offended. Let's put these ones out of their misery.
That's the spirit. Still, be nice to have some kind of challenge. It's the least they could do, making us come all the way out here to kick their sorry asses.
Over there. Guessing that's the colony's transport?
Yeah, that's it. The seed vault better still be on board.
And if it's not?
I tear this place and everyone in it apart until we find it.
It's a plan.
This place is a dump.
Told you so. These guys are barely worth the ammo. You shouldn't have jacked our transport.
They're not even trying to make this fun.
Maybe they're trying to bore us to death. ore refinery. Been centuries since I've seen anything like this.
It's different, but sort of looks like stuff we had back in the Milky Way, I guess?
Yeah, kinda. Definitely a similar setup.
Sam, can you clear up that comm signal?
I will attempt to do so.
Aron, we got a problem! Get it together! Stop them!
Wait, did I hear a roll?
Yeah! Think Spender is involved?
It'd explain how they got the codes to the transport. Aron, we're gonna have a friendly little chat, you and I.
Looks like someone's holding a grudge.
I'll teach him a thing or two about how to hold it. About time they got organized.
You get way too happy when people shooting you.
How about you learn to aim first? You can do better than that. This is just sad.
They're getting better at this.
Says you. You have no idea what you're in for. That seed vault better be intact when we find it.
This place really is falling apart.
So long as it doesn't fall apart while we're in it.
Is that the emergency channel?
Let's worry about it when we're not being shot at.
They don't have a clue what they've gotten themselves into.
Over there. I see a path on the other side.
They're running back to the building.
Like that's gonna help.
Hello? Can you hear me out there?
I know that voice. It's our botanist, Vorn.
Pathfinder, Drac, it's you. No wonder the pirates said they need reinforcements.
Why are you here?
I was on the ship doing inventory when the pirates stole it. It happened so fast I couldn't warn anyone.
Right, quit messing around and get down here.
I would, but I had to lock myself in one of the containers to keep them away. Pretty sure they want me dead right now.
Of course they're warming up for liftoff. We don't have time for this.
Guess they figured out why we're here.
We can't let them get away. Colony's doomed without the vault on that transport.
Cowards are hunkering down over there. We spooked them good.
Transport or Vorn. We've got to make a move here.
Oh. Ah!
You know what the colony needs. Just point us in the right direction, and we'll get things done.
We need the seed vault, but it's useless without the kid.
Then we go get him.
Vorn, we're headed your way.
That doesn't look so steady.
It'll hold.
Pathfinder, if you don't make it in time, could you give Cash my love, please?
Don't be stupid. Of course we'll make it in. Wait, what did you just say?
Ow. I said love, didn't I?
I'm gonna rescue him, and then I'm gonna kill him!
Vorn's signal is closer.
10,000 credits for the Krogan, dead or alive. I don't care what you have.
Back in my day, Krogan asked for permission before they went in and started courting. They didn't just hop into things without the proper clan traditions. Tyrone! Get over here so we can talk.
I don't think so, Krogan. Stealing a transport was just step one. We're gonna destroy everything you care about.
There's only one thing getting destroyed here today, and that's you. And this place. And also your boss. And probably your entire crew. So a lot of things are getting destroyed here, actually, and all of them are yours!
We find Vorn, then the transport, then I deal with Tyrone.
You never mentioned Vorn before.
Clan botanist. Kid's real good at making things grow. But he has no survival instincts at all. Miracle he made it to adults.
25,000 credits!
I think you're getting closer. Vorn, update. They're just shooting at the door. So far, it's not doing much.
Hey, Drac. Why didn't you stay with the Krogan colony?
Kept tripping over the young ones asking for more war stories. Morda had things in hand.
Didn't need a relic like me around, so I set out to hunt Ken.
Over here.
Drac, sir! Pathfinder!
Hi, guys.
Let's go.
Watch out!
No!
Hey, you okay?
I'm fine. I'm fine.
What were you thinking? Why would you do something like that?
He was going to shoot you.
The colony can survive just fine without me. But without you and what's in your full head, there's no future for our people.
You're always talking like you're expendable, but you're not. We need you. You're not just some old soldier. We know what we lost because you lived it. I need to get some stuff before we go. You talk to him.
You do tend to get a little reckless in combat when things get personal.
I won't let anything happen to my clan, Ryder.
You won't be much good to them if you're dead.
Quads, not you too. We don't have time for this. We have a transport to get.
I'm ready to go.
You stay right here. I'm not telling Cash you died like an idiot. Yeah, this'll do. Incoming! Hi.
Drac, the seatbelt is still on the transport.
I hit the locks before they caught me.
30,000 credits.
Good seeing you with those locks, Vaughn. Thank you, sir. Don't get too cocky. You still got cause.
Seriously,
Yes, sir.
Fire maker!
You done yet?
They've got some fight left!
Looks like a mech suit.
Not gonna be much.
There's the transport. Bourne, override the controls and keep the docking clamps shut. We'll cover you.
Okay.
Never mind the bounty, just kill them all!
Hard to get a good shot in this range.
Transport still there?
For now.
I think they're letting up.
Tanner, we killed them all.
Looks like we spoke too soon.
Finally, something I can sink my rounds into.
Looks like Pirate Fun World, huh?
They will be soon. Where were they hiding you? One down.
Now it's Arone's turn.
Over here, guys.
So what now?
We find Arone.
Looks like we're done here.
Don't move.
You,
I'm taking this transport.
Arone, you don't know what you're doing.
I know exactly what I'm doing, Pathfinder. Don't you worry.
I'm not the one you need to worry about right now.
This is about to be my favorite part.
I'll just wait. Oh my god. Wait. Don't come any closer. It'll affect anyone who isn't Krogan. It's pretty strong stuff. Time to take out the trash. My first live specimen test. Doesn't last long, but it sure works fast. You wouldn't dare! You're just bluffing! Did you really just say that? No, wait! No, don't let me go!
Your call. We can get to Spender on our own.
I know things! You can't do this! I can do whatever I want to do.
Well, that's that.
Let's get this transport back to where it belongs. You're not expendable, Drac. We are not having this conversation.
I don't know. No harm hearing him out.
I hate you all. Let me be old and cranky in peace already. New Tachanka coming up. Thanks for helping me get the colony transport back, Ryder. Of all the stupid things.
That's life on the frontier for you.
At least we don't have to worry about Aron anymore.
He looked pretty taken care of down there. Yeah.
He sure did. I can't wait to nail Spender to the wall.
Sooner or later, we'll take him down. Just like Aron.
Hopefully sooner. I have plans for him. Oh, listen to me, Ryder. You've been around me long enough to realize this. The fact is, I'm a relic, a symbol of the past, when Krogan were bent on destroying themselves. Fighting, killing, it's all I know. For my clan, for Kesh to have a real future, maybe it's best I'm not part of it.
Your clan needs you, and so do I. We need to look out for each other.
Oh, you chose my people once already, didn't you? Just remember who you're encouraging.
Place is worlds better than Tachanka.
Pathfinder, when you travel, do you meet many Angara?
Sometimes.
Have you met one named Lieta?
I don't think so. Why?
She was a salvager, made runs to Eldon all the time. When she landed, she would always stop here first. We climbed the dunes together, took in the view, talked for hours. Lieta had a hard time in this heat, so I said I'd make her a cryo bracelet.
I bet she appreciated that.
I never got the chance to give it to her. One day, she just stopped coming. I don't know where she is, if I'll ever see her again.
You think something happened to her?
She could have taken a new job. Maybe she was sick of Eldon. But if there's even a chance she ran into trouble, I can't stand not knowing.
Tell me more about Lieta.
She's adventurous, optimistic. Her jokes could make a Krogan blush. In a place like this, she stood out. I think she'd stand out anywhere.
I could track her down for you. Make sure she's okay.
Salvager at the Paradise might know something.
I would like that. If you find her, will you give her the cryo bracelet? Tell her she can use it to visit me again. Thank you, Pathfinder.
You seem different from the other Krogan.
My father called me a Solarian in a Krogan body. Supposed to be an insult. Joke's on him, though. I like Solarians.
What are you doing up here?
Looking. Back home, we didn't have time to just stop and look.
Is life that different here?
It was all about survival. Here, we don't have to fight so hard. Of course, the older ones still think they have to fight. Maybe it's just in their blood.
They'll come around.
Sounds like Helios was an easy choice for you.
New galaxy, new life. Not interested in being a merc like my father, or battling it out on Tachanka. I almost didn't want to be packed into cryo for the journey. Wanted to see the whole thing.
Would have been pretty lonely.
Never been bothered by loneliness. The views would have been worth it.
I should get going.
All systems green.
You have new email at your terminal, Pathfinder.